In this video, we'll set up the Makesbridge automation flow to send emails and MMS to the incoming new leads. So the first thing we need to do here is access the playbook. So from the top menu, you click on the light bulb icon to access all playbooks. And here you can search for lead conversion. So there's our playbook. From the sprocket on the right hand side, click on use. You may use the same name or maybe add your data source, let's say Sashup's lead conversion playbook. So click on use to create a copy of the workflow. So here's the workflow setup. It's a six-step workflow that sends out emails and MMS to new leads. Here's a description. You can change that if you want to keep notes about this workflow and what it does. And at the top here, we can ignore this setting for now. This one's really important. Instantly add or remove people from this workflow through Zapier. So when we're sending out emails and MMS, there may be actions that are taken outside of Makesbridge, and we want to update that record within Makesbridge if that happens. So if we're sending out MMS and somebody unsubscribes or requests to stop the MMS or opt out from that MMS flow, so in that case, we have a task here to automatically remove people from the workflow if that happens. And that is explained in my other video about the Zap setup for removing contacts from the workflow. So here, let's begin with step one. Under step one, you would see two options. The first option has its own set of rules and actions, and similarly the second one. These are basically set up to send emails to new leads coming from two different data sources. So here's your source one and here's source two. So just make sure you label them accordingly. So when you click on the label, let's say this source is Sashops. So I'll just name it accordingly. And then here's where you can edit the filter to select the right list. So I check the Sashops leads. So any leads coming into this list here will automatically be added to this step and this option one. Now, similarly, I can update the label here. So this is the Zapier trigger. So based on the filters that we've set up here, the following actions will be taken: send email and then export to Zapier. So with the Zapier trigger, the task label is what we're updating here, which is send MMS to Sashups leads. And the action will be taken using click send. So that is done. Now we'll edit the message here to choose the right template. So if you have once you subscribe with us, we'll create a template for you based on your provided design. So you could use a template from the gallery. So you can just pick a template that was created for you, just like that. And it will all be filled with your creative here. Or you could just go with the stock template. So let me close this out. Or you could just go with the stock template and make edits if you want to. So you can just make add your own text and images. Here we can choose the email settings. So we have Here's where we can update the subject line, choose the from email, and save the message. So that's done. And similarly, we can do for option 2. What we're doing here is we're just applying the right labels. So this is leads coming from Makesbridge. In the advanced filter, we'll choose Makesbridge leads. That is the correct list. And based on this filter, the email message that goes out is here. So we'll just update the message settings based on. So here we'll have a different from email and a different from name, a different template maybe. So after we've done that, we'll update the Zapier trigger so we know which trigger to choose in the Zap. Okay, so that is done. And in a similar fashion, we'll be updating all the other steps here. So step 2 is wait for 1 hour. You can adjust the wait time based on your needs. It could be 5 hours or 4 hours, or maybe X number of days. For step 3, similarly, you can update the, the labels based on your data source, your list, your template. And here we chose not to send an MMS, so we don't have a Zapier trigger. But if you'd like to include an MMS, you can just go ahead and set up the Zapier trigger. So you can just click on the Zapier trigger, put in a label, and choose click send. That is the tool we're using for sending out the MMS. And for the third message, again, we'll set this up just like we did for step 1. So, updating the labels, making sure that we have the right template, the right list, and then we wait for 7 days. You can adjust the wait time again, and then we have the last message, where again we're sending an email and an MMS to both leads coming from both data sources. So that is how we can set up the workflow to send out automated emails and MMS to new leads. Once we have set this up, we can then go to Zapier to configure the MMS, sending configure the MMS sends through ClickSend. So hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.